What up, what up, what up?
Hello.
Yo, it's Squirrel o'clock in the house of the squirrels.
That's awful.
It's the best way of doing it, Luigi.
No. Yeah, hello.
Hi, how you doing, man?
I'm alright.
You well? You well?
I'm alright. And you're Martyn.
I'm Martyn, and I am. I'm all right. I've still got this cough, so I apologise if it attacks.
I'm a bit
anyone.
sniffly, so, you know.
Together, we are pretty ill.
I'm not ill. I don't get ill.
Just disgusting.
I'm too hardcore
You
to get ill.
Okay, what do you get then?
I just fight it off, man.
You just hit yourself in the throat until it goes.
Yeah, I fight myself until I'm not ill anymore.
That's a good way to do it. You know, if you can, why not?
Yeah.
Run with it. Run with it. What you been doing, man?
I've been doing two things.
Two things. That's it. All week.
Yeah, I've been drinking and listening to AFI.
AFI?
AFI. And the drinking's odd because I don't normally drink, but I've had to because of kind of social entanglements.
You got friends?
No, God, fuck no. It was my boss, who I'm kind of friends with. It was his birthday, and I was so I went out with him and another guy from work. Well, I mean, his birthday thing,
Yeah.
which was fun. And I went to this place in Clapham, which it's called the Four Thieves. It's like this big bar and stuff like that, very like loads of rooms and stuff. And upstairs, it's got this insane like games arena.
Right.
It's got fucking, you would flip your shit. It's got crazy golf. It's got table tennis. It's got this kind of like kart game where you sit on a thing and you drive these karts around a big track. It's got I don't know, man. It's got shooting galleries. It's got old arcade cabinets. It's got a giant like wall filling projector that plays like old Super Nintendo games and stuff like that. It had a whole VR set up for these two shooting games that I tried out.
Fuck.
And this is just, they milk money off drunk people, but it's really good
Oh,
fun.
so you pay to go on each of these little
A
things?
few of them, yeah. Some of them
Okay.
you don't have to. Some of them you just book it and wait your turn.
What's this place called?
Four Thieves.
Four Thieves.
Thieves, yeah.
Well, I reckon that needs to be visited.
You'd like that.
I
You
feel
would
like
like.
I would.
Yeah, VR's quite fun.
I know. I did it for the first time this week,
Yeah.
and it blew my mind a little.
What do you do?
And then it hurt my mind. So, my brother's got a HTC Vive. So,
Oh, yeah.
we went round his, and he's got quite a lot of games and stuff on it. So, I pretty much tried everything. But it's fucking sick.
I had no idea you had a brother.
Yeah, man, older brother.
I just thought you had a sister.
I got a younger sister, yeah, man.
Yeah, I know that.
You just blanked out the fact I have a brother.
I never knew that. I was too focused on the younger sister.
Yeah, exactly. You're a creep. Anyway,
I don't think I am.
so what game did you play on then?
It was these two kind of shooting games. One was a kind of zombie, you're in a sewer and you just have to shoot all the zombies.
Yeah.
And then we played the kind of Serious Sam style one in a desert. And to be fair, me and my mates, we were teaming up, taking all our angles.
Right.
We absolutely aced it. Like, we got the furthest that anyone got that evening.
Oh, sick.
It's because it is genuinely, for the first time of playing a kind of motion controlled game, which I never found on the Wii. Like, the Wii's really good fun. And shooting galleries are fun, but I've never felt like my personal dexterity and like aim has any real effects on them.
No.
You just, with those games, like gun games, you just kind of vaguely point in the direction of the enemy and shoot and shoot and shoot. This, it was points that I was using my peripheral vision because it was two-handed to shoot things over there and line it up and shoot things on my right-hand side
Yeah.
as well. And I genuinely felt like it was my aim that was
Yeah.
shooting it.
You're fully
And it's-
in there.
It's all tips and tricks, and this wasn't one of those fully 3D one. It was essentially just there was a screen stuck to my eyes, which I imagine is the same kind of one you have. I'd like to do the fully, 3D ones when there's like, I don't know, it was pretty cool though.
What do you
It
mean
was
by
pretty-
3D? Like, this was... What I went on was like I was in a room and it looked like a real room.
Yeah. No, but I hear there are the super advanced kind of ones give you a sense of what the ones that I don't know. I don't know what your guys' one was, but what a lot of them are is just a kind of screen that wraps around your eyes, but isn't actually, and it tricks you into thinking you're seeing depth, but you're not actually. There are certain ones that use kind of 3D gimmickry, so you feel like you can move through the space in a way that I don't know. I don't know all the.
I'm not sure. I don't know what you went on. All I know is that the one I went on was like I could draw around myself and walk around what I've just drew and see all angles of it and everything.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was like that. We weren't. We were on a. We only had a kind of small, say like meter by meter circle that we could kind of walk around
Oh,
just
right.
because we were in a space
Yeah, yeah,
like shooting shit. So it wasn't like you had a big area to walk around,
yeah.
but like it was mainly pretty much just on the spot. It was cool though.
Oh, mate, it was awesome. Like, I can't remember the name of any of the games, but there was this one where you're like, I was in like a retail store kind of thing, and these like baddies trying to shoot me. But I was ducking on the floor and like peeking round the corner to shoot them,
Yeah.
and it was fucking awesome. But the best game I found was one where you're in this sort of open area, like kind of like a deserty bit, and there's like these zombies running at you, and you go through like waves of them. But you start out by reaching behind your back and pulling out two swords, and then you're chopping at them. At one point, I went to lunge with both hands, and all I did was jab my sister. But I killed the zombie.
I'd like to do that.
It's so good though, man. And what else? Oh, my sister loved this one game where you're in a little kitchen and you're like making food.
Yeah.
So you open up the fridge, you pull out some ingredients, put it in the pan, and it'll make like a soup, and then you can like pour it into a mug.
Right.
But it's so accurate. It's so
Accurate?
it's so on point.
Use your words.
It's quite amazing.
Yeah.
Until we went on there was like a little multiplayer game where there's like lobbies where you sort of hang out, and then you can play like paintball and like kind of like football and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was on there and it was fine. People were like cool with me. Then as soon as my sister went on there, some weird freaky French man started being horrible to her.
Yeah, it was me.
It was you being all rude in there.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was just waiting for it to turn up.
Yeah, man, but it really did genuinely like. I wasn't expecting it to be so good.
Well, it's coming into a big way in the console space as well. Obviously, Resident Evil 7's just come out, and that is fully playable in VR.
On PS4, yeah.
Yeah, which go on.
I don't really know what to expect. Like, I imagine it's fully amazing in VR.
Yeah, I imagine it's pant-shittingly scary.
Exactly, because this zombie game I went on, like they jump at you and leap, and like when you get overwhelmed, I was like the first time it happened, I was like, wow, I was actually scared then.
Yeah, no,
screaming.
I don't know if you've seen anything about Resi 7. It does look. They've gone down. They've reined it in because the last few Resident Evils have gone down the road of all out action and batshit insanity, which is fun in its own right, but it's not what Resident Evil's kind of really about.
No.
Even ever since 4, which is by a mile the best Resident Evil and one of the best games on the PS2. They've been more about. Still, you had moments of tension and kind of jump scares and stuff like that, but you're basically just a dude with loads of guns shooting zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is all well and good, but they've tried to go back to the kind of survival horror roots.
Well, it's more of a puzzle now, isn't it? More of a puzzle survivor.
They've made it. Well, it's not. That's what they kind of show in the demos and stuff. I've seen videos of it going all out, fucking shooting zombies and shooting creepy crawlies. But it is more about kind of like immersive spaces and having to do a bit of puzzly stuff and having to sneak your way around enemies. And it's gone first person as well, which is an interesting change.
Yes.
In the mold of like Slender and Outlast.
Well,
and
it kind of has to, doesn't it, for the VR to work?
Yeah, of course, for one, but also it does make it more kind of internal, more claustrophobic, and I I like horror games, but I don't. I would do it, but I don't know if I could play a whole game of that kind of intense, grimy horror that's just out to make me jump and squirm in VR. I think I'd
Oh
fucking
no. I was probably playing VR for about an hour in total, maybe. And my head and eyes were destroyed. I couldn't handle it.
mm, I bet.
Sorry. It was, yeah, it's not something you can just keep doing for hours and hours because, man, your eyes are just so close to this screen.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, it's I don't know. I'd like to give it a go. Like I'm interested and excited about it in a way that I've never been about 3D. Like 3D gaming
Yeah.
would don't care. I couldn't care less. 3D films, fucking even less than gaming. Like, oh, shove it up your ass. 3D films, don't care. Um, yeah, I couldn't care less. But VR for gaming more than film. I never want to watch a film where I
Oh
can walk
no.
around it. Like, I don't keep films as films. Films have been great for so long. Like the reason cinema works is because you go into a dark room and you watch a screen.
And you chill
Don't
out.
don't add any gimmicks to it. Don't fuck it up, which is what they've been trying to do. I'm sure at some point, saying this, like I'm going to I'm going for a trial to work at a company film and TV company tomorrow that deals exclusively in VR. So forget I said any of that. And
Good luck.
yeah, VR's great, and filming TV and film in VR is the future.
It is the future for you.
Give me the job. Um, yeah. Anyway, but I've been doing that. I'm going to save what I'm going to talk about in a minute. What have you been doing?
What have I been other than doing the VR? What else have I done? Nothing. Oh, I went out. I had a good night out on Saturday. Ran around.
Yeah, I've done that. I had
Did
to do
some
that on
dancing.
Sunday.
Yeah, so did I. I had work.
Well, no. I had a staff do on Sunday.
Oh, really?
I can't hack it though. Like it
No.
was stuff. It's free drinks and that. So I was like, oh, I've got to go out with people I work with, which is a bit of like obviously a bit of effort.
Oh,
But well, they're fine. But
you'd rather not hang out with them.
well, no, not that. Some of them I do, but so I choose not to have friends for a reason. I don't want to have to go out and socialize and blah blah blah. So that was all over the place because it was a free bar until like 10:30 or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, but then I I just I have to take 2 days out of my life. If
Oh,
I
it takes
plan
a
on
while
going
to
out,
recover.
well, no, but I mean the day I've got to be like, oh, I've got to have a good night's sleep before. I've got to have like not to have too much of an intensive day because otherwise I'll go out and I'll be tired and want to come home.
Yeah.
And then so I've got that's a day of prep, and then I've got a day after where I'm just a write off. Like I don't even get. I just feel like shit. Like I can't even imagine it, and I can't even don't even want to think about how I am at your age.
Well,
37.
we're definitely the same age, so
Are we?
yeah, man. I'm definitely like, what are you? You're like 18 or something, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 18.
I am. I I've taken to acting really offended. I make people guess my age and then really offended when they guess like a year over. I am surprised. Because my perception of myself is still very much the same as it was when I was,
12.
I don't know. Well, no, let's say 16, 17. And now I'm like, and then I go, guess how old I am? And someone will say like, I don't know, 25. I'll be like, fuck off. 23.
See, I always get where they guess under because I look like a child.
Yeah, you've got a childish face.
Sprightly.
Yeah, maybe. But I got 24 yesterday and I still respond with, fuck off. 23. Yeah.
Probably because you like Keanu Reeves look going on. They think you're an old man.
That's the same person said that yesterday. She was like, I was covering at a pub for a mate that, whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, and this girl was like, do you like the Matrix films? And I was like, I like The Matrix. And then there were two other films that we don't talk about. And she was like, you look like Keanu Reeves. I was like, thanks. And then I was like, let me show you all the photos I have of Keanu Reeves on my phone. And I proceed to go through about, I don't know, 30 to 40 images I have saved to my phone of him, mainly from Point Break.
From one film. John Wick 2's coming soon, isn't it?
Oh man, I'm pumped. Oh,
I
oh.
think you're definitely one of the few that's really excited.
Fuck off. Everyone
Everyone.
realised that John Wick was amazing.
I'd probably rather watch it just for Keanu Reeves.
No, the whole
And
film was good. It was no, this thing. Obviously, I'm his biggest fan, so I'm going to be like, it was good either way. But it was a film shot by the guys, the directors were the people who did the choreography and the stunts in the original Matrix,
right.
and it's their first directorial feature film. And John Wick was this kind of incredible amalgamation of kind of stylistic visuals and choreography. The two were just combined in a kind of a synesthetic way that I just haven't seen in many a film since. Well, that's definitely this side of the world. Obviously, you see it in the Raid 2, but those are filmed in Indonesia, so it's a bit of a kind of different cultural backbone.
Yeah.
But the way, the kind of dynamism with the way that John Wick was shot and the way the choreography, the mixture of kung fu and gunplay, I think they called it gun fu in the
Gun
film.
ho.
Gun fu is in kung fu, but with guns.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, gun ho, sure.
I just got excited.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, I apologize. Carry
I'll
on.
let you calm down. Let you calm down.
Yeah, I'm calm. I'm calm, man. Let's do this.
Okay, cool. And anyway, it melded that kind of balletic action with this kind of solid, like unwavering cinematography it just had a way of framing the action without that kind of super fast, jumpy cuts that
Yeah.
especially American action films seems to think is the way to portray dynamic action. I think I had a rant about it a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, and so John Wick 2, oh man, like it's almost like John Wick was the blueprint and a blueprint that worked really well, surprisingly well. No one really thought it was going to be that much. But it totally worked. It just was a film that worked, in everything it did, it just worked. And this film is just taking that to the next level. It's the old cliche of they're turning it up to 11. He's shooting loads more people. He's in, I don't know, Italy and blah, 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 blah. And fucking Morpheus is in it for the first time since
Yeah, he is.
Matrix trilogy. We got Keanu and Lawrence Fishburne in the film together. Everyone, like, oh.
How many times do you think he hears jokes about him cooking fish and burning it?
Probably not much, but he should meet you because then he wouldn't hear the end of it. Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, what I did do. I watched one of the Transformers. You know the one with the first one with what's his name?
Shia LaBeouf.
Nah, not Shia LaBeouf. When
Mark.
Wahlberg,
That's him.
the worst actor in the world.
Fuck off.
He's so bad.
Bullshit. I mean, he's bad, and obviously he's going to be even bad in Transformers. That's a film series that equates to a pile of wank.
But he's got no excitement about him. He's never sort of showed any emotion other than. Rah, 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 rah.
How can you decide to watch like Transformers? What is it? 5?
I don't know.
4.
Well, let me.
When you haven't even caught up with your cultural catch up of Trainspotting, which even I watched this week, and I've seen that film dozens of
Did you
times.
love it?
Yeah.
I will do that one day, but let me finish because I couldn't sit through the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't blame
I turned it off, and the main reason why was because of the what's the word? The continuity is terrible.
Yeah, of course it's a film that has utter contempt for its audience. It doesn't give a shit if they pick up on of the what's going on, the kind of scene geography. They don't care. It's just like it's the equivalent of like shaking a bag of I don't know 10p coins at a magpie. It's like there's no substance to it in the slightest. It's just nonsense. It's total weightless, boring nonsense.
It really is just something that's been made Because they will sell it well in the cinema.
Yeah, because people are fucking stupid.
They are,
I
and I
can't
was
believe it's your
so
problem
bad.
with Marky Mark though.
With what?
With Marky Mark.
What was that?
That's Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg
Oh,
used to
yes.
have a rap group.
Yeah, well,
Wasn't it Mark and the Funky Bunch or something like
I
that?
don't know.
Well, something like that. Marky Mark's great.
No, he's not.
He is. You've got to watch Boogie Nights then. Here's
He,
another cultural catch up for you. He plays a porn star in the like the split between the 70s and the 80s. And it's by Paul Thomas Anderson, and it's a real big old classic.
what's that called again?
Boogie Nights.
Boogie
And he's the main
Nights.
character in it. Dirk Diggler.
I really don't like him.
Oh, I love him.
I think he's so bad.
It makes me like films that I wouldn't normally like I don't know, Shooter,
What?
that film where he plays a sniper or whatever, and he gets framed and stuff like that. It makes me like that.
Oh, that
He's
was
great.
actually okay.
He's great in obviously things like The Fighter,
No,
where
he's not.
even though no, he was really good in that. Even though it was Christian Bale that won the Oscar from that film for Best Supporting Actor. Because he had the kind of big showy role of the kind of the recovering drug addict, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
in fact, I think in that film it was Mark Wahlberg who had the solid performance. He had the one that wasn't as showy, that wasn't as attention grabbing, and obviously was never going to get any awards.
Yeah,
But in
'cause it
fact, he was
shit.
the kind of the he was the rock of the film that the rest of the film played around.
Yeah, exactly. Like rocks show no emotion.
The Rock shows a lot of emotion.
Yeah,
don't
The
it?
Rock does. The Rock is a fantastic man.
Well, the film they were both in. Well,
Yeah.
ignoring Pain and Gain because that is abysmal. Don't even get me started on that. Same director as obviously the Transformers films, Michael.
Yeah.
fucking Bay. But the other guys, which I love.
Oh, I didn't enjoy that.
Really, that's like
I
the
don't like
only-
Will Ferrell.
Nor do I. But it's the only one of that gang, Will Ferrell and the guys who made Anchorman, the director
Yeah.
Adam McKay, who obviously went on to do Big Short last year. But it's the only one that I full-heartedly adore. Like I've seen that film
Wow.
dozens, so I don't know what it is about it. I find it so funny.
I think I go into it knowing I'm going to hate it, so I don't give it any time.
Really, like,
And I'm
oh,
quite happy to stick with that because I don't have any time.
yeah, you're closed mind.
I'm a closed mind when it comes to that.
Fair enough, mate.
I am. What, The Rock and Kevin Hart, have you seen their movie?
Central Intelligence.
That's actually quite funny.
No, I haven't seen
That
it.
is
but
a quality watch.
yeah, I would watch it actually. It's one of those ones that one day.
Well,
I
that can
would
be your cultural catch-up.
It's not really a cultural catch-up, is it?
Well, it is.
I mean, I'll watch it, but I'll watch it when it's like one day on Netflix or something.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm
Fair
not going
enough.
to go out of my way to watch it.
Okay, I've got one. I have actually got one for you to watch though.
Go on.
I was told to watch it by my sister, and I wasn't expecting it to be as good
I'll
as
watch
it was.
anything your sister tells me to.
Have you ever seen Romeo and Juliet?
No, but
It's so
used to,
good.
yeah, me and my friends used to get obsessed with the trailer because there was a really funny bit in the trailer that we watched about a dozen times. So yeah, I'll watch Naomi and
Watch it,
Juliet.
man. And the songs, because you've got Elton John doing the musicalness.
Yeah,
It's quality. It really is quality.
right. I'll give that a go actually.
I'm
And
glad
I
you've
think
said
it's like,
that.
isn't it like James McAvoy in the lead role or something like that? It's got some like
It's got
legitimate
some quality
actors.
actors in it, yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, how have I never heard of this?
I remember it because we thought the pun was funny, and there was a couple of bits in the trailer that we watched repeatedly.
What?
Yeah, we were kind of
The
fans
cool
of that
kids.
without seeing it. Yeah, I'll give that a go. I will actually give that a go.
So it's on Netflix, so
Okay, I have no
give it
excuse.
a swirl.
I'll tell you what I have been doing all my time. This is the only thing I want to talk about this week. Then I'm clocking out
Okay.
because this is it. AFI, one of my pre-teen like favorite bands,
Yeah.
started out in the kind of 90s punk revival scene, signed to Nitro Records, the guy owned by the lead singer of The Offspring. So they're all part of that scene and stuff like that. Started out as a like legitimately quite like goth inflected like hardcore punk band. Then they went into in the early noughties mid noughties, they became a bit more of this kind of emo scenester, I don't know, pop punk band. And I will be the first to admit, went down a pretty deep shithole in terms of output quality. There are still songs that I find catchy and hold a place in my
Yeah.
heart, but they really, so now I have to, every time I say that I'm a fan of AFI, I have to caveat it with they did used to be a really good band before they were famous. But the thing is, it was in 2003 was the kind of tipping point. They did an album which is still possibly my favorite album of theirs, called Sing the Sorrow, which is an amazing album, but it's definitely the tipping point between when they went from a legitimate, pretty intense but musically progressive punk band into this kind of schmaltzy, melodic emo band, essentially.
Right.
So it straddled the divide between those two uh, sounds that the band explored. And then after that, in 2006, they came out with December Underground, which is, this is the reason they've done it, is that was their, it went multi-platinum, it did insanely well, and that's where they found their audience and started making money.
Yes. Which
Since then, they released a couple of albums in, I don't know, 2009 and 2013, all with kind of mixed results. A few of them had a couple of good songs, but like still kind of embarrassing for me to hold on to that idea of this is a band I used to really like. Their new album, however, is not a radical departure. It's still pretty mainstream, pretty kind of catchy hook-led pop songs, with a kind of, you know, slightly punky and gothic undertone. But I have been listening to it since it came out on like on whatever on Friday on the 20th solidly. I
right.
cannot stop. It's not this impeccable return to form that, you know, some fans like myself might have wanted it to be, of their kind of really, you know, intense sound. It's not, but it's also not the kind of final nail in the coffin. It's not, this is it, this is them at their lowest point. It's takes note from their last really, really good album, Sing the Sorrow, which was,
Yeah.
God, what, like 12, 13, wait, 2003. What, 14 years ago? Jesus. Right.
Wow.
But it's basically they've been in the studio for a while writing this and producing this album, and it's they wrote about 60 tracks for it, and it's only down to about 14. So what that has given them is about 14 songs, is a whole album of singles. Every song on this album has these kind of really kind of big, insanely catchy shout along choruses. Like there's a few of the lead singles that are really, really catchy. I think it's going to do quite well. But like there's songs like Hidden Knives, if, like has this, I can't help myself but kind of do this faux imitation in the shower and stuff like that. I'm literally like divulging into cliches of singing along in the shower. They're so kind of sing along. And then some of the tracks are a bit more kind of Cure inflected, a bit more like croony, swoony, um, you know, look at me, gothy, emo stuff.
Yeah.
But then some of them have a bit more of a kind of punky time signature and feel a bit more kind of impactful. But that, man, it's genuinely a good album. It's not, you know, if people, Davey Havok's lead singer, if people have never been a fan of his, he's got this kind of quite, it's become almost kind of operatic wailing voice,
Right.
that used to be quite a more of a shouting, and it's now become more of a this, yeah, I don't know, indulgent singing. It's not going to swing anyone round, but there are some really, really good like pop rock songs. That's all they are. Then I'm not going to try and say they're anything more, but it's good to hear a really solid, you know, nothing groundbreaking, nothing spectacular, but just a really solid, uncringy, I don't have to apologize. I can say that this is a genuinely good album. Some people would
Yes.
say you don't have to apologize for liking any album, but if you heard the song 17 Crimes from their last album. I've had to apologise for that multiple times because it sounds like the kind of sugar poppy emo shit that you'd hear at the beginning of one of those, I don't know, TV shows that don't exist anymore.
Is it
I don't know.
really whiny?
Oh god, yeah, man. Oh god, if you tell you what, like listen to 17 Crimes
17
and
Crimes.
you just listen to it for 40 seconds
Yeah.
and you'll go, oh my god. But then alternatively, you hear their early stuff and you're like, these are polar opposites. Oh, okay, they're working within the same space, which is kind of modern rock, whatever kind of music, but these are polar opposite. And so it's a kind of strange tipping point that the band's career trajectory has gone on. But yeah, I really, really like the new album. I can't stop listening to it. It's insanely catchy, and it's just been on repeat, to be honest. And yeah, I'm writing a review for it now, and I can't go above, but it's a solid 8 out of 10, like easily.
Proper.
It's yeah.
Well, what's the album called?
The album's called it's this is the thing, they've kind of gone back to this. It's kind of a self-titled album, so it's just called AFI, but then in brackets it's called the Blood Album, but it's because it's kind of red.
Okay.
It's just, if you type in AFI, it's I'll give you a couple of tracks. Listen to like Hidden Knives is like this really, really catchy. Like the chorus is just this belt along. You just want to, before you even know the lyrics, you want to kind of sing along with the kind of vocal melodies that are coming out. They're really Still a Stranger. The second track on it is where I think it kicks into gear, because that's a really good track with this kind of like belting breakdown. You've got loads. The lead singles. This is the thing. I heard 4 of the lead singles before the album came out, as it in the kind of the promotion cycle,
Yes, yeah.
and they were all really catchy. And I listened to them on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. And these are what albums sell themselves on, the lead singles. I kind of skip through those singles now to get to the even catchier songs, the even better. Songs like Dumb Kids is this like a bit of a throwback punk song with kind of really big like woes, and like, So Beneath You is great. Hidden Knives, like I said. And then you've got like the first single off the album, Snowcats, is a little bit more crooning and emotional, and like, but it's genuinely this kind of, you can't argue with how it kind of works its way into your head. They're big songs, and they sound big, and they sound important. Yeah, it's got a hell of a kind of pop sensibility to the whole thing. I'm actually pleasantly really quite surprised at how solid this album is. Yeah.
Well, I actually, you've kind of sold. I need to have a look at this and have a listen.
You can't, mate. It's literally, by the end, if you listen to one of the songs, by the end of it, you'll feel like you know it, because they're that kind of memorable.
Just one word.
What?
Like Rihanna's Work.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, man, yeah, but yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's good fun. It's really good fun. If nothing else, it's good fun. It's nothing substantial. It's not saying anything. It's not doing anything new.
Yeah.
But it's just bloody solid songwriting.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out, man. What I think you should do is check out this TV show I've started watching.
Hit me.
Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agent.
Is this the one with Elijah Wood in it?
It is.
Right, yeah, I've just seen images for it. I couldn't tell you what it's about, so you can tell me.
I can touch on it. Like, I have only seen a couple of episodes, but it's super quirky. It's super like, what's the word? I don't know. You're typical. Everything's bright. Everything's sort of like, in your face, bright quirkiness, and it's bizarre. You start with the first episode where Elijah Wood's character, Todd, I believe his name is, Todd, he sees himself in like a white fur jacket as the elevator door opens. Then he runs away, and he's like, what is going on? And then then there's like these dead bodies and these giant teeth marks, and it starts with like what is going on? What could be happening? So you think there's going to be some sort of like time travel in there. Like, what are these giant bite marks? And it's all sort of them sort of piecing together everything. There's loads of. It's quite funny because they're getting followed by like 4 different agencies. So they're all sat in their cars watching them, and then they find out that they're all watching them. It's just super quirky, super bizarre, but it's a really quite interesting watch.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend it. There's a lot going on behind the background.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested.
And that's one of these Netflix originals that they are just like popping them out every now and then now.
Yeah.
And there's just quality behind them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of interested. I'm definitely intrigued. I mean, I don't know if it'll be too kind of self-consciously, like you say, quirky, kooky, hipster for me, but I'm interested. I think a lot of the Netflix produced ones are a bit hit and miss.
Yeah, totally. They definitely are.
Saying that, I've started up with halfway through of series 4 of Daredevil. No, what episode 4? Whatever. I was up to episode 4 of Daredevil.
Okay.
Of series 2. There we go. We got it out eventually.
There it is.
And yeah, I'll get through that in the end, just because.
That's the thing. I felt like Daredevil it's good. And I think the second season's better than the first, but I found myself just getting through the episodes just to say I've seen it.
Yeah, I think that's me with a lot. So that's me with the majority of TV shows.
Yeah, to be fair.
Just getting through them. I'll tell you what I did see though.
Yeah.
That's new and in the cinemas is Manchester by the Sea.
You said you were gonna go see it,
and I did.
And
see, when I say I'm going to see something, Martin, I see it.
Really?
How long has it taken you to still not have seen Trainspotting?
My whole life.
I mean, since I said watch Trainspotting.
I don't know. What's it been? A good few months.
Yeah, well, probably at least a month. And obviously, you haven't listened to that album I told you to listen to last week. Oh, yeah, it's awful.
I'm in shambles. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on it all for you. Yeah.
No, you're not.
I actually will.
Nah, you won't.
I will.
You won't, because every week we add something to your cultural catch-up.
But you're not watching yours. Have you watched Westworld?
I know. I don't want to fraudulently watch it online.
It's not.
How else am I going to watch it?
Online.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the new Logan trailer?
Yeah.
Whoa, I cannot wait for this film.
I'm insanely stoked for that film. Like, I have not been about any superhero film for probably the last 5 years. No, I'd say probably since 2008 have I not been this excited for a superhero film.
Man, it's very rare that I say to myself, I'm going to watch this in the cinema.
Yeah, I am all over that.
Man, I cannot wait. I got the same sort of vibe. Like, I was super stoked for Age of Ultron, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed.
I wasn't that stoked for it. Like, I was excited for it, and same with Civil War. I was excited for it, but I wasn't like I am about this. I am like, man, I'm all over this film. I love the tone they're going for it.
Yeah, I just hope it works.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. To be honest, Yeah.
We'll see. What is it? It comes out in March 3rd, I believe.
Something like that. Yeah, I noticed that the other day. I've still got another month to wait. But Trainspotting 2 comes out this week.
Okay, does it? All right.
Does it come out in the next? Comes out in the next. I think it comes out tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, I'm there, mate.
You going to the cinema for it? Are you?
I'm going. Hell yeah.
Oh
hell
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't say anything about Manchester by the Sea. Yeah.
Carry on.
This kind of intimate portrait of a man whose life has been disassembled by a kind of catastrophic event. He's a janitor in Boston. He lives this reclusive life. He's the handyman for a couple of buildings. He lives in the kind of basement of them, like in a one bedroom room. He goes to bars, he sits there, he drinks and drinks and drinks until he's drunk enough to kind of have a fight, because it's his only form of kind of expression of his only release of his incredibly pent up life. The lead role is obviously by Casey Affleck, and you've got his kind of the catalyst for the narrative is his brother passes away back in Manchester by the sea, obviously the titular Manchester, obviously not in the UK. He has to go back to his hometown where his past, lies, and then it's. I don't want to give too much away because the satisfaction comes in the subtleties of the film. So obviously he then is put back into contact with his brother's son, who he used to be very close with when his brother when he was younger, and obviously when his nephew was younger, who is so the film is essentially about finding a compromise between, because it's not about resolution, and once the film closes, it's not about a kind of narrative ending or a resolution in the kind of contemporary way we choose to. Well, we feel we have to have our films concluded for us.
Yeah.
It's all about the nuances and the intricacies between Casey Affleck's character and his nephew, and it's wonderfully played. It's very subtle. The way the past is brought back into his life is upsetting and distressing, but never kind of over the top or exploitative or anything like that. It's by a guy called Kenneth Lonergan, who's done a couple of films in the past, which I've actually never caught. But yeah, it's like I say, it's very good. It's got a lot of nominations at the Oscars. I think Casey Affleck will probably win Best Actor.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Trying to put my money there.
He's on it. He's put his money there.
If anything, who deserves equal mention is the guy who plays the
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter. It's a recurring theme with you, isn't it?
No, it's original.
Yeah?
Every time. Original.
I think his name's the guy who plays the nephew, Patrick. He's called I think it's Lucas Hedges or something like that. He definitely deserves a shout because I think he's meant to be 14, 15 in the film, and he's definitely not much older than that in real life, but he is excellent. He absolutely holds his own, and there are some really moving, impassioned, but always very astute and believable interplays between the two. And like I say, it's about coming to terms with the past and with tragedy, but also finding compromise between people and family. It's very subtle, very nicely played. Good film.
Quality.
Give it a 7. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
I was going to say 6, man.
No, I was going to give it a 7, and I was like, that's too harsh. It's genuinely too harsh for a film that's that gently and smartly made. No, I'll give it an 8.
Well, I'm going to try watch this.
Manchester by the Sea. No, you're not. Don't even say you're going to try and watch it.
No, I am. I'm actually going to give myself a proper good week's worth of challenge.
No, you're not. Don't say it. You just disappoint me. I was going to say them, but
there is no them. It's just
there's no them. Yeah, no, mate. Don't even say that because you're not going to watch it.
Bro, I will.
You won't. Watch Trainspotting.
I will.
Trainspotting's only an hour and a half.
Is it really?
Yeah, just get it down you.
All right, I'm going to get it down me tonight.
Right. You're not, but sure.
Whatever, I'll prove you wrong. You don't know me.
Okay.
You don't know me.
I don't.
Mate, I remember. Do you remember what I set myself last week?
What was that?
My diet. My
Oh yeah, give us an
veganness.
update.
Okay, so I probably went like 4 days
Ugh.
until like I was like, man, I was so hungry every day. I was struggling. I hadn't prepped. Like I prepped one meal. It was super nice actually, a vegan korma, which was beautiful. But as soon as that ran dry, that was it. I was struggling. So I have given up on vegan, but I am going to stay veggie actually.
Ugh.
I have been veggie, and I've got no need. I feel no need to eat meat.
You're wrong, mate.
I haven't needed to, which is also helped. Do you know? Because I used to say I was going to cut out like sugars, like any sweets, any like you what was it, refined sugars. I haven't needed, like I used to sort of just be like, man, I want to eat some chocolate. I just needed it, but I haven't needed to touch it at all.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
You're a wrongin', man.
So it's going well actually. I'm quite happy. I'm gonna keep with the meat-free life and the sugar, the limited sugar,
Mm.
and roll with it, man.
No, I think you're a wrongin'.
See how it goes. See how it goes, man.
Bad for you.
Well, it's perfectly fine for you as long as you do your research, and it's just for me. It takes a lot more effort doing meals. That was the thing I found with like veganness. It was I would get back from work at like at 10, and I'd be like, okay, I need to do dinner. It's like, well, I can't be bothered to cook properly, so I can't even remember what I had. I'd go to grab some bread, and then be like, I can't have butter, and I hadn't bought any olive oil butter.
Oh my god, your life sounds awful.
Well, it was tricky, but now
You can't even eat bread because you can't have butter on it.
Well, now I can though. Now I can.
Yeah.
So that's all good. But like the dairy products I do consume, I am gonna make an effort for it to be like not this factory produced eggs and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, go
like,
milk your own chickens.
Well, yeah, I'll go milk my own. But you know what I mean? Like just sort of like think about the food I'm eating a bit more.
Yeah.
Which I'm quite happy about.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So that's how I'm gonna be. I'll update you next week on whether I've given up and just eaten a chocolate cow.
Yeah.
I may do that. That might
Sweet.
be quite nice. I ate a chocolate cow once when I was in Paris. We had a race to see who can eat this chocolate cow the quickest. I didn't win. The cow.
I was wondering where that went.
Yeah, the cow definitely didn't win. Oh, that's the story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chocolate cow story. What do you think's gonna happen?
No, mate. Well,
Who
all
knows?
I'll say is, in a week's time, next time we update, you will be able to tell me how eating no meat is going, and I will be able to tell you how Black Sabbath were in concert.
Oh, buddy, you excited? Yeah.
I'm rock hard.
We're rock hard as a rock, y'all.
Yeah, I'm throbbing.
What are we looking at today? Because we're gonna do a special soon, aren't we? When we're together.
Yeah, in a studio.
In a studio for the first time. Oh, we got a couple of weeks till that's happening though.
Yeah, we have about.
But we've got an exciting weekend planned, and I for one cannot wait.
Yeah, likewise.
And I definitely think we should get a few podcasts done with friends and families around.
Sure thing, man. Sure thing.
It'll be enjoyable, man. But you got anything else to say today? How have you covered your week?
I've covered my week.
I think I've covered my week.
I've covered my week. I'm happy with that. I've splurged. All I can say is listen to AFI, man. I'm going to sit here, actually. Once we sign off, I'm going to sit here and listen to a song with you. I'm going to play you the first 20 seconds of their old stuff and their new stuff, and then play you their new stuff. No, and then you can just go off and listen to their new stuff, because you'll have a good time. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we shall do that off the ears. And I will give you my feedbacks off the ears.
Yeah.
Righto. Cool, man. Well, that's it. That's it, guys.
Signing off.
The squirrels say goodbye.
Bye.